Welcome, everyone, to today's live stream, episode number 21 of our Dragon Age the Veilguard Rogue gameplay series. I'm Commander Jorval, and I want to thank you for coming along on our journey today. So, nothing new on admin notes. So, on our recap, at the end of last week's episode, we had finished up most of our companion Hero of the Veilguard quests. We had finished up remaining side quests and things like that, and we had gotten back into the main storyline. We're going to continue on in the main storyline except for one thing. And at the end of last week's episode, our cutscene got cut off because of an encoder error with OBS. Don't know what happened. My live streams since then have been working fine. Sometimes software just hiccups. But it got cut off, and basically we completed that quest. And we're going to jump back in. We're going to be in Treviso, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what happened off stream. So let's go ahead and jump in here. Okay, so here we are in Treviso. Let's take a look at our journal, and you can see that we now have the Legacies and Legends quest. This is the only quest that's available to us. It is the main quest line. However, we do have a new quest here in Treviso. Let's quickly take a look at our world map, and you will also see that we have 100% discovered all of the locations. Okay, we went back and off stream found all of the chests. We also went through and got all of the vendor markets up to max rank 4. We had already had their favor up to max. We just didn't have all of the vendors maxed out, and then I purchased whatever I could out of them. We are very low on upgrade materials. We are very low on cash at this point because it was all spent to pick up whatever I could out of them. But we are going to take a look at this one quest here, and the reason we're going to do it is because we still have a companion that is not a hero of the Veilguard.
It worked.
Rook, good. We have discovered what event she is planning for Treviso. When you fought the comic master in the garrison, you mentioned a note you found that said some comic had gone missing.
We have discovered who stole it. Evenchi.
The governor intends to release it all around the city to pacify violent seditionists.
They called us reckless, and now... Now Evenchi will ruin the minds of thousands in this city to have their peace and order.
Who is Evenchi planning to poison with the comic? Aside from us.
People who have spoken up too loudly against the Antam.
Anyone too friendly with the crows. I doubt Evenchi is familiar with poisons. I guarantee the comic will spread to the rest of the city as well.
Destroying your own people's minds. How could Evenchi do this?
By telling themselves there is nothing else to be done.
After the dragon attack, and then the blight, the governor is a coward who has given up on Treviso.
Better to poison the last of it themselves than let anyone else solve these things.
It is finally time to strike. Go to the garrison and prevent Evenchi from releasing the comic.
Once you are there, Thea and I will lead the crows against the rest of Evenchi's forces in the city.
Understood.
There is something else. Jacobus stormed off earlier. He did not look well.
Look out for him, would you?
Of course. We'll head to the garrison.
Do you think Evenchi would target
And
the
that's
field
going to
hospital?
start a time to kill. Now, this is the final quest that we're going to have outside of the main quest line, and it is going to be the quest that's going to get Lucanis his Hero of the Veilguard. So we had also mentioned about Jacobus last time, and that he had stormed off and that we were going to see him again later, and this is where we're going to see him. So let's just head out here. Whoops, bypassed it.
There's the garrison.
Has your friend tried another break for the Illuvian?
No, but if you see him, me.
You got it.
Onto the garrison and the governor.
Well, anyway,
Okay, so we're going to make our way through here.
The courtyard
We
looks
are going to
empty.
need to up our
No
momentum
guards.
because we
Where are the
had it
other?
reset.
Eventually must be further in.
Here now, we're going to get into some fights here real
We
quick.
clear the garrison this time. Eventually's got to know there's no way out for a traitor.
Look! Intruders! Calm down. We can escape across the roof.
And again, we're still making use of our chilled necrosis combination here. And you see, we now have some Anton fighting
That explains why
Darkspawn out
Eventually's
here.
Anton were trying to run.
And we're gonna let this happen for the most part.
can't get along.
But we are gonna get our momentum up, which is what we've done.
Eventually's blighted. Wait! Jacobus!
And now we heard his name. Jacobus is out here. And we're still got some fights going on, and again, we're gonna let this happen. Jacobus is over there, you can see him. He's eventually gonna come over here toward us, and
By poisoning it?
we'll have to fight him, but we might as well let him take some damage here.
And look who comes through.
Good work! Nice work!
Okay, now Jacobus is immune to necrosis. So we're going to...
Well, look at that.
So we're going to deal with him from afar while he's distracted.
That was amazing!
Lucky shot.
gone now. And we'll just finish off the remainder. And we're good.
Now there's a nice stop.
Okay, now for Avenchi.
I will see you dead if it's the last thing I do before the blight.
Okay, now I'm going to drop a save here. And we'll get into this fight with Avenchi here.
A strange aura in the air. Something's wrong.
Wait! Are these Anton real?
I see the comic is working. Get ready.
And it doesn't matter in which order you apply necrosis or chill, as you're seeing here. If I apply necrosis first,
It won't end any
chill
differently.
is going to work just as fine, or just as good afterwards.
Don't you die? Why don't you
And here we
give
go.
up?
And he freezes just like everybody else.
Beautiful work there. If that damned dark spawn at the gates hadn't scratched me, blighted me, if you hadn't interfered,
It wouldn't have made a difference.
neither will my death. My comic could have helped stabilize the city. But it's still blighted, dying. Nothing can save Treviso now.
The crows, the citizens helping each other through the dragon and the blight, they're already taking care of each other.
It won't last.
It will. The other crows will make sure of it. You say you did all this for Treviso, Evenchi, to protect it. But you never really believed in it.
What would you know about the city I love?
Welcome, Rudi. Hey, thanks for being here. with that new shiny badge next to your name, I see. Again, thank you very much. Okay, so we've finished off Da Vinci, so let's head back. And we'll talk to Taya and Veilguard here.
Despite the gods.
If Rook hadn't stopped the governor in time. Rook! I should have wine. We should toast you.
Evenchi is dead. The comic is being disposed of. All thanks to you.
The garrison's a mess.
Details.
The Untom remain, though with Evenchi gone, I think we will be able to persuade them to move on in the coming months.
People are being moved to safer areas outside the Blight. Crows have time now to patrol for Darkspawn.
It will take years, but we can plan for Treviso's future now that it has one.
After all the things we've seen, the choices I've made, it's my home. It always will be, no matter how hard we have to work to save it.
You have our knives, if anyone ever says otherwise.
You never gave up, Rook. We will repay that in full. But life is so dull if all we talk about are responsibilities. It is time to celebrate.
For our victory.
For Treviso's freedom.
For the crows.
What an excellent idea. Viago, dear, you mentioned something about getting us drinks?
I think we've done what we can for Treviso. Whatever happens, this city's people won't flee. The other crows won't either.
And that's going to complete a time to kill. This is also going to get us the final upgrade for the Orchestrator's Long Coat, which is your overall physical damage build. And Lucanis has now gotten his next set of skill points. And we're going to head to the lighthouse and see if there's a conversation to be had. And there is. So we'll go talk to Lucanis real quick, then we'll come back and we'll deal with the caretaker shop, and then we'll get ready to head out.
Lucanis.
He looks just like me. Spite, I mean, when he manifests.
That makes sense, doesn't it? What's on your mind?
I've been thinking. Treviso is as safe as we can make it. So, when my contract to you is fulfilled, Spite and I will go our separate ways. Literally, I'm going to seek out a way to separate us, wherever that takes me.
What was it Nev said? The killing the demon in the Fade could do it?
Could. She says there are no guarantees. Besides, our circumstances are unique.
Because you and Spite were forced together?
And because I pay my debts, even to him.
If you could find a way, imagine what it could change. It would give hope to so many people.
I must start with one person. From what we've seen, changing the world is better done by degrees.
You sound like you still got some doubts.
Being possessed. It's not like separating oil and water. Each element permanently infuses the other. Spite wears my face, uses my skills. I know I've grown stronger. So, Say I cast out Spite with all he's learned from me. What then? What if I free myself, but unleash a true demon of Virantium?
A demon who's worked in a team, saved people, and made friends.
He'd lose them if I cast him out.
You keep saying that. Like you'd miss him?
He's been part of me. He'd be alone.
Spite will only be alone if he chooses to be. But you can't control that. All you can do is trust that you're making the right call. For both of you.
I know. But from someone else, it's easier to believe. And it's easier to see a future I can live with when this is done. To strike hardest, one must aim beyond the target. Let's end it, Rook. You and I and Spite, and all the fury we can muster.
Okay, now, because of how we played this out, we're not going to get a choice on what to do for his hero of the Veilguard selection. Because of Ilario's, we chose, well, because he was hardened, he had an automatic choice about what to do with Ilario, and that was saying that his actions were unforgivable and to imprison him. And because of that, that set the tag here for his hero of the Veilguard selection. So we're not going to get a choice here. If you chose to save Treviso instead of Minrathous, then you would get a choice in the in that final quest with Ilario. And if you choose to save him, then your hero, the Veilguard, would go a different way. But for me, we don't have a choice. We are going to get his legendary armor, and we're going to go take a look now at what Lucanis gets out of this. So his Veilguard skill is Demon of Defiance, so his critical damage increases by 50% and his detonation damage increases by 50%. We would do this anyway. In my opinion, this is by far the better choice to make. Lucanis' abilities now deal 25% more damage to enemies suffering from an affliction, which, with us, they're always going to be suffering from an affliction because we're just spamming necrosis out there all the time. So, for us, it really doesn't make a difference here. The fact that he's hardened and he only got this choice, this is the choice we were going to make for him anyway. As far as his armor goes, so Crow's tenacity is okay, I'll say. It's not great, in my opinion, but it is better in some respects than what we have. Now remember, we're spamming necrosis, so with the Wings of Antiva, the necrotic damage dealt is increased per stack of necrosis on the target. Especially against boss monsters, we're always going to have 10 stacks. So that's a big chunk of damage that his detonations are going to deal. Detonations versus knocked down enemies also deal stagger to all enemies is very, very situational. We can trigger more knockdown enemies using his skills though, if we would like. And then stagger from detonating is increased by 50% for each enemy hit. Again, situational. All detonations have an AoE around them. If you're fighting a boss monster by itself, you're not going to be getting anything else because there's only a single enemy. So it's okay, and I'm going to use it, but I don't necessarily think that it's the best option, so to speak, for him, depending upon what you're going to do with the build and his playstyle. So we're going to go over here now quickly, and we're going to take a look here, and I don't know if I'll be able to upgrade. Oh, I can. Okay, so our workshop is now at max level, and we'll be able to upgrade things, kind of. And what I mean by that is that a lot of this is going to be grayed out because we're really short on materials right now. You can see that we're going to be short on some of these, but we will level up some things. But you can see we're all out of pure ore here. Okay, so that's what's holding us back here. I didn't save as much of those as I probably should have. So we're also... Okay, so our enchanted longblade is already at 10. Oh, it's the offhand that we had, right? Yeah, it's the offhand. So... Oh yeah, we can't upgrade our uniques, and that's what we had on there was Orionized Talon previously. Okay, so we're going to be taking Lucanis, and most of these are going to take pure ore, so we probably need to go stock up on a little bit of pure ore here, just to get everybody up. But our enchantments. So the extra health, we're getting 25% health. We can actually go look and see what our health is. So 3,080 is our health right now. If we go back to enchant.
The fires are lit.
If we put that to plus 10% health. Let's see if that ups us any. It keeps us exactly the same. So it works out to be exactly the same number.
Need and knowledge.
So 25% detonation damage, 10% weapon damage, 40 necrotic damage probably isn't worth it anymore. So let's start looking at what we have. So probably one of these. Or one of the damages at health. We'll add low health in. The duelist coat is fine with 20% advantage duration plus 25 momentum generation. And then cold steel we don't have enchanted at all yet. But I believe that was here. And twin palladium. Probably came off of Serpent's Kiss. Yes, it did. It's going to get us another 10% damage. Okay, and now one more thing that we want to do we're gonna head up to our room and we're gonna change Lucanis' appearance because he now has his final armor. And it does look pretty cool. Okay. Alright, so
But I'm sure it still hurts.
Let's look at our journal here. So Legacies and Legends, we'll track it. Make sure there's... Oh, we do have another conversation with Nev here to have.
If anything happened to us,
Forgot about that.
Cherish him while you can.
And... Okay, I don't think there's anything in here that's not streamer safe, even with the options turned off, but always want to make sure. We won't have the final one yet, but it's just a reminder.
Up for a trip to the Cobbled Swan?
Why? What's happening?
Nothing that I know of. With Aelia taken care of, I thought we'd check in. Maybe enjoy the Swan for once?
Okay, so let's head out to Docktown. And the Cobbled Swan once again, and this is where everything's going to be. So we'll fast travel down there. I also went through all of the vendors in the game, in the marketplaces, and bought up all of the increases to damage and defense and health. So all of that was done as well. And again, we're going to have 2 quests in here. We don't want that one yet. That's the main one.
Thought the cart was done when the Venatori grabbed me. You did a good job polishing her up.
I was happy to help. Besides, Nev might starve without your cart.
Yeah, well, free fish next time. You too, Gallus.
Sure, Hal. Rana, I've got someone for you to meet.
Right. I'm almost finished here.
Good reading? And here I thought you'd be working our cases.
I got a tip on a red lyrium smuggler who leaves coded messages in the paper. I placed a coded ad pretending to be a buyer. If the smuggler took the bait, I'll know where he's trading the goods.
One day we'll come here and not get mixed up in something.
Well, then what would we do for fun?
I've got a few ideas.
Until then, it's reading the paper. What could go wrong?
Are we tempting fate now? That is fun. So, what are we after?
We're looking for the phrase Virantium Brandy.
Got it.
Hold on. What's this? Nev Gallus and Rana Savas, investigators?
Right. That. I may have paid for another small advertisement.
You what?
If we want to help people, they need an easier way to find us. It's approachable.
I regret this already.
Docktown couldn't ask for better protectors.
Oh, it could, but we're all right.
There. Virantium Brandy. I know where to stop the red lyrium deal. This one, anyway.
Good catch. You might work out after all. Still, I'd prefer you have backup when you need it. And if I'm not around... Rana, meet the Viper. I put in a word for you.
The Viper? You're real? Wait, a word? For what?
Come. It's time you met the Shadow Dragons.
Are you Nev Gallus?
How did you...
I saw your advertisement. I need your help.
Then you're in the right place.
My hero.
I wasn't already? Have a seat. I'm guessing you've got a story.
Very Equalizer-esque cutscene there. And that'll get another upgrade for Serpent's Tail. So now, before we do this, come to think about it, I need to go back to the market here because I do need to pick up some pure ore because one of my pieces of gear is not legendary and I'm going to want it to be. The question's going to be which vendor. Which vendor does that? Let me go see which one is selling it. Oops.
Feel free to browse.
Okay, so nothing here. And this is where I sold most of my pure ore to get
I'll get you
currency.
something just right.
And I should have held on to some of it. I forgot to do that.
Decorations?
And I
Beautiful things
don't
to bring
know
warmth
where
and joy.
I can buy it.
Everyone
I
deserves
might
a cozy
have to go
living
to...
space.
Interested in something that
Yeah,
glitters?
because see, I need a vendor like
I
this
can help.
where I can buy it for certain things.
You're always welcome to browse.
And I'm not entirely sure where that vendor is. So we'll head back here and go to the vendors out front. Whoa, whoa. A lot of lag there.
Thanks for the tip off.
Lorelei, everything good?
You buying? Otherwise,
Nothing
don't
here.
touch the treasure.
You know, the advertisement run.
Sorry, do I know you?
Be safe out there.
Right. Anyway.
Okay, here we go.
You know, the advertisement Rana made isn't bad.
Not you too.
Your name's in the paper anyway. Why not use it to your advantage?
Trust a crow to see the bright side of fame. Do I...
So let's head back to the lighthouse real quick. And we'll do some final upgrades. Then we'll get on with the main quest line. There's also another opportunity for you to do upgrades during the final quests after the point of no return. But let's take care of what we can here.
I will answer.
Because I want to upgrade the Tebid Parade Helm. Cold Steel. And then... Come on. Make sure... Yeah, and I think that's it. Okay, so Lucanis. And I'm gonna run out of ethereal here pretty quick. Because Lucanis is going to be with me in the final fight. And Nev is going to be with me in the final fight. So for Lucanis, we don't care about that being on Tosh. Don't have rally party. Okay, there we go. And I'm trying to think. I'm going to do, actually, I think I want Tosh with me instead. No, I'll stick with Nev. And the cold damage is fine. And they're both fully upgraded. Yes. Okay. Now I think we're fine. So let's, and this was just my final upgrades to these last two. Yep. Okay. So we are ready. We're going to head back to Docktown here. Let's make sure we don't have any conversations. We don't. We're going to head back to Docktown and we're going to go back to the Cobbled Swan. Alright, and we'll get started here with the final set of quests in the game. Now this end section takes a while. It's kind of broken into two parts, and you'll see that as we go through it.
These meetings can't be good for business. I'm here, Inquisitor. It isn't just Inquisitor, is it? You were someone before that.
Clan Llewellyn. We try to be no one you've heard of. Morrigan is holding a perimeter. We're alone. Tell me what Solus did at Elganon's ritual.
Sounds like you already know.
I need to hear it from you.
Elganon raised his archdemon. Solus got us out of there. We saved a lot of people.
You sound grateful.
Why not? He really did help.
It seems so. He's always thinking about where it ends. How many of his names do you know? God of Lies, Dreadwolf, Fen'Harel. They're titles he earned from enemies, followers, and fractured history. I once called him by another name. Friend.
Some friend.
Do you always agree with your friends?
We're pretty aligned on whether or not to destroy the world, if that's what you mean.
I'll never excuse what he's done. He's killed people I held dear, you know this too.
But...
he became those names when he fought gods. And regret for his world turned into destroying ours. Sound familiar?
You're making us sound like Solus. That's uncomfortable.
We're not like our enemy. They're making us do this.
Simple as one of Varric's morals. Don't become what you hate.
Or trapped by what we've lost. Also one of his. Tell me about the team you've built.
Are they a concern, or...?
You're handling things. This part, what you have now, I just miss the banter about friends.
Okay, so we start to learn a little bit more about the Inquisitor here.
I need to get the team around the table and talk about what's next.
And that's going to open up to act as one. And we're going to head back to the lighthouse for this. I do want to explain something else for you real quick. There's an achievement here in the lighthouse that's hidden. Once you've progressed through the storyline and you've gotten to this portal here, there is actually not this one. It's the other side. Once you've progressed to the point where you're able to open up this portal here, it's going to take you up to a balcony. Right here. Now, this balcony, you can jump over. And if you jump over, you're going to get an achievement for that. For testing fall damage in the lighthouse. So just be aware it's an easy achievement to get. It's just a lot of times it's missed because it's hidden. So if we look at our map, we have no more conversations to do. All of our power is at 100% for everybody, and all of our companions have Hero of the Veilguard.
Tearstone Island. That's where Elganon and Ghilan'nain will perform their ritual.
With an eclipse, those two can finish their dagger, then tear open the Fade. After that, we've witnessed the horrors Ghilan'nain creates with even a trickle of the Blight. What happens with a flood?
Next eclipse is a month away. That's not a lot of time.
Getting past the on-time Navy won't be easy. They'll be on high alert.
We'd need our own fleet to get past them, which we don't have.
If anyone can find a way around that fleet, it's us. Everything seems impossible at the beginning. Just fight one battle at a time. Varric told me that.
Damn right, kid.
A single boat can sneak past a blockade. We just need to find something that floats.
The Antam fleet may not spot us, but the gods see much farther.
Worse, they know about us specifically. They'll be waiting.
Let's make sure there's too many distractions for them to spot us.
Sounds like you have a plan.
Harding, reach out to our allies. Wardens, veil jumpers, all of them. Tell them to be ready to start swinging. We start enough fires, make some noise, and the gods will look everywhere for us, except at their front door.
You've helped our allies, Rook. They're ready to return the favor.
That takes care of the approach. But what about when we get there? We'll have two gods waiting. Who knows how many Antam? We'll need to be at our best. Question is, we there yet?
We are ready as we'll ever be.
I'll send off messages to our allies. They'll be ready.
For something like this, we'll need everyone we know. Would Morrigan help? Could Morrigan help?
The world's ending. That's when Morrigan does her best work.
Great. Tell Morrigan the plan. See if the Inquisitor's willing to help us. I know she's busy leading the fight in the south, but she knows this blight won't end until the gods are dead. We're ready as we'll ever be. We need to make our move soon.
I agree.
Get some rest, and be ready.
Okay, so now we are quickly approaching the final time here, and we're going to head back again. Like I told you last week, I think, everything seems to happen at the Cobbled Swan. Okay, so this is the point of no return. So we're going to drop a save here. And this gives you kind of an update on where you are with the two things that are important in the final two sections of this game. Heroes of the Veilguard, the higher number of companions you have with Heroes of the Veilguard status, the higher the chance that they are going to be able to complete specific goals that you assign them. If you remember the Mass Effect games, you assigned certain of your companions to help you do certain things. And if your relationship was, or your favor with them was high enough, it gave them a better chance of succeeding at the task that you gave them. That exact same concept is going to play out here. And having Hero of the Veilguard guarantees that they're going to be successful in the task that you assign them if they are well suited to that task. The last thing is also important for that. To help upgrade those chances, your allied strength being maxed out is going to also help increase those chances. So for us here, we're guaranteed to succeed as long as we put the right people in the right spots. Okay, but after this, you are not going to be able to come back. You're permanently cut off from any undiscovered or incomplete quests, and you are locked into the final quests. Now, like I say, there is going to be another option to, or another time to be able to upgrade stuff later on.
Events are weaving together quickly now, Rook. For good or ill, the fate of the world shall be decided soon. I received Harding's missive. Your plan is sound.
So the Inquisitor's in?
Indeed, although she requires a few days to set events in motion. Time is needed to allot her responsibilities to those who are capable of managing them. Once settled, she has pledged herself to your cause. The snake's head must be severed, else the body simply grows anew. And what of your other allies? Will they also be ready? There is no room left for doubt or hesitation.
Only one of us has a fragment of a god inside them, Mythal.
I carry only her memories, not her strength, nor her capacity for strategy.
Well, either way, our allies will be ready.
As they must be. There will not be another opportunity to foil the schemes of Elganon and Ghilan'nain. If we fail in this, they gain all that is needed to reshape the world in their twisted image. The evil put into place with the aid of their Arnhem servants at Tearstone will cover the entire world.
Look, the gods can't blight the world without their dagger. And they can't finish their dagger until the eclipse, which isn't for another... Elganon.
While you gather your people, I will find the Inquisitor. And Rook, I wish you great luck.
Okay, so now we've got a problem. Our several days of free time is now evaporating.
Elganon just caused an eclipse. The gods can finish their dagger. We need to move now.
But we were supposed to have weeks to prepare.
How much time do we actually have?
It's not weeks, I can tell you that much.
The eclipse is slowly forcing an alignment between the stars and powerful currents in the Fade.
Which means what?
I'm afraid we've only a few hours until the gods complete their dagger.
The gods were way too quiet after Arlathan. I should have known something was wrong.
No one could have anticipated this escalation.
Doesn't matter now. We're stuck with it.
What will we be facing on the island?
There's gonna be blight crap.
And where there's blight, darkspawn.
Right. Tearstone Island's also crawling with the entire Antam army.
They've had time to prepare. It'll be brutal.
So will the gods. We're walking right into their lair.
We may not all make it out again.
We're the only thing standing between every single living creature and the Blight. I don't want to watch the world fall and know I didn't do everything I could. So let's stop the gods, whatever it takes.
We're with you. The gods won't leave that island.
No matter what.
No matter what.
Then we leave as soon as we can.
Okay, so the next quest in line is the Shadowed Sun. We're gonna look and you can see that that quest is located where Nev is.
See how she's doing. Not taking a break? It's our last chance before
I'll get to it. The gods are rushing this. Rushing us.
You're worried?
Maybe.
So the job's gone sideways. We'll make it work.
That doesn't make it easy.
Oh, I know. When this is over...
Don't.
Don't what?
Talk about after.
If this isn't something you want...
That's not what this is.
Then what?
The job? I know one will get me eventually, but you... I can't think about after and you. Not when... If something happens.
Nev.
Oh, I knew you were trouble. It's one lucky break and close call after another, and you... I let myself... When do the tables turn, Rook? Because they do. They always...
I'm not going anywhere. Nev,
People say a lot of things. They don't always see it through.
I will.
It's not that they don't want to. Not always.
I'll always try.
You scare me. Trouble.
Alright, so...
We're gonna be... I should talk with Varric, too. Get any last advice for killing a god.
Have one last conversation with Varric.
Varric, I hope I'm not, interrupting whatever you're doing.
Take a deep breath.
The gods changed all the rules. We're going in blind. The whole team is pretty sure we're gonna die. And they might be right.
Weird shit is happening. Of course the team's on edge. It's not a personal failing for you to be scared either.
I don't know how to carry this weight, Varric.
No one does. This job was always going to call for someone who could improvise. You're on this team for a reason too, you know.
I guess I have some thinking to do. About everything.
Go on. You know where to find me if you need me.
Well, let's not keep the gods waiting.
That's an important conversation for something you're going to learn a little bit later on. And here, no conversations, no quests left, and...
You know, Rook...
We have to use the Alluvian to travel this time. There's no fast traveling.
It's fortunate we weren't spotted coming in.
A lot of dreadnoughts. One shot is all it takes.
Now we just have to deal with that.
Morgan didn't exaggerate. That's the entire Antom army over there.
Armies are big and clumsy. We can do this.
Agreed. If we move quick enough.
The gods will know we're here soon. And so will the Antom. We need a distraction. One team to draw off that army, and another to stop the gods from finishing their dagger.
I'll take half the team and cause some trouble down by the Antom ships.
Wait, I'm the scout. I can get us around this place faster.
There'll be Blight farther up, Harding. And Darkspawn.
I've fought them before. And I've got the stone on my side.
Lace? Hold on.
Someone has to do this, Tosh.
So who will it be?
Okay, now here is your first choice, and this choice is arguably the most impactful one that you're going to make. Now, I would highly recommend going and looking up a guide beforehand, because who you select to go on each of these is going to do one major thing, and that means that they will no longer be available for you to use as one of your two companions throughout the actual fighting that happens during these quests. Okay, so as you maneuver through this, the people you select are not available for you anymore. So if you have people that you want to have in your final party, you need to be working around them in making these selections. 2, these selections are limited to certain numbers of people. Sometimes it's only going to be one person, sometimes it's only going to be 2 people, sometimes it could be 3 people that are best at doing a certain thing. Now this selection here, as I said, is the most impactful in that whoever you select to lead this distraction is going to die. There's no saving them, there's no coming back from it, there's nothing you could have done earlier on in the game that will save them. They are going to die. Now, I'm going to pick Harding for this. In my personal playthrough, I had Harding and Lucanis that I wanted to be in the final fight with me. Here, I'm going to do things slightly differently, and there's a reason for that I'm not going to spoil yet. But in my personal playthrough, I had Davrin and Asan lead that strike, and honestly, it was heartbreaking. There's a part where they actually die that almost made me break out in tears. It was heartbreaking. So I'm going to have Harding lead this, but not just for that reason, but for another specific reason afterward.
Harding's right. This requires a good scout.
I'll take care of it. I promise.
I'll take the rest of us, and get to the gods before they finish their dagger and cut open the Fade. Once we're in place, Lucanis will take Solus's dagger and ambush Ghilan'nain.
Elgernon's pet.
One problem at a time. As long as he has that archdemon, he's invulnerable. Concentrate on Ghilan'nain first. We kill her, take the god's dagger, then deal with Elgernon.
We should go. Wish me a little luck.
You got it. Harding.
Like you said back at the Lighthouse, Rook. We stop the gods, whatever it takes.
Okay, so Harding is locked out. Okay, so I'm going to have Lucanis and Nev with me on this. But it's not going to be that way forever. And you will see what I mean.
All right. Not the quickest path ahead, but
one thing that you will notice
before we're spotted.
While going through here, and as soon as I say it, nothing appears. Yep, there's some. There are resources here. And you're like, well, I can't get back to the lighthouse. What do I need resources for? You can still pick them up because, like I said, there's going to be one more opportunity to upgrade. And having more resources means that you're going to be able to do more upgrades at that final time. Okay, so we're still going to go around and pick up all the resources that we find while we're doing this.
There! That must be where the gods are making the dagger.
Rook, the veil is weakening here. I can feel it.
Well, so much for that.
Take them out fast.
Okay, so that's going to be kind of our methodology for the remainder of this. Is we're going to try and proc necrotic weapons using either a block or by killing a weakened enemy or killing a small hit point enemy with a weak point shot, so with a headshot with our bow. If we kill them, that's going to proc necrotic weapons as well. The Yontam have too much health for me to do that, but Darkspawn I can do that with. And then once necrotic weapons are active, then that gets us all of our damage bonuses, and we'll be able to kill and freeze our enemies.
Intruders, take arms!
You heard the Kunari.
They've got mortars.
And that rock. I love that effect. It's so cool.
So they hired human mercenaries.
The Yontam aren't taking any chances.
Because with so many ways for us to proc necrosis, then as soon as they get hit with that final attack, they are automatically broken. So we are going to be picking up upgrades in here as well, and don't forget to pick them up. It's just, if it's part of your gear, it's one less thing that you're going to have to upgrade later on. Now you can see kind of where this build went. So all the hard work that we put into it here is now paying off. And I walked backwards, so I triggered a new wave of them. I'm going to trigger another wave here. Get my health back up. They are based upon a location, a distance. So once you get past a certain point, they will quit spawning. Should have full momentum back, and now we get our first boss fight here. And that fight lasted all of 5 seconds. If you get them frozen and you have necrotic weapons active, it's just over. Okay, let's go looking out here real quick. Pick this up and then we'll come back. And again, looking for materials while we're out here.
Sounds like a lot more Arntom across the bay.
What are they saying?
Something about Ghilan'nain giving them world-crushing power?
Is a cool visual too. We've had some really cool cutscenes, some good visuals in it, and then looks like Harding is doing some work.
I hope they're all right.
Oh, this one I need to go down this way first. And a lot of these are going to be final upgrades that we haven't gotten. But for us, I think we have everything except for one completely upgraded. And that one is going to be upgraded while we're here.
Got us in a distance.
Mercenaries again. They have mages.
We can make quick work of this.
Oh, come on.
Get clean.
Okay, so just looking, exploring a little bit, because we do have a couple of things that we can look at in here before we head toward the quest marker. And this is not the way that we go. Been a couple of weeks since I did this. But I think I need to... 'cause I think that's the way up after I've gotten where I need to go. Yeah, this is where I need to go here. Because this will get me access to this chest. And then, like I said, these ladders are now the way up. Let me make sure that we have... Actually, I can check here. Yeah, okay, we do have an extra revive, just in case.
Anton Reaver!
Too easy, Drill Sergeant, too easy. Here, look at me getting all cocky. That's why I've got a revival charge. Now we're going to head around and take a look quick. Okay, nothing out here. But again, cool views.
Shall meet soon.
Yes, we shall.
I just heard Elganon.
Lucanis. He said my name.
Okay, so this is going to open up a little bit, and let's do a little exploring in here. And while they're frozen, break out all the heavy attacks. Hold down shift on keyboard and break out the heavy attacks. If they're not able to fight you back, there's no reason to do light attacks and be able to dodge out of the way. Just be able to deal as much damage as you can while they are frozen. And this is where the Lucanis and Nev combination works out even better, is because one's chilled, one's necrosis. And it doesn't matter if I'm the one that's landing those two things or not.
I want things to go our way, I do.
I know.
Just find a way out. Can you do that, Trouble?
I can if you can. What did this place used to be?
If both of those conditions land by anybody, then they're going to get frozen. So there are a lot of times when I turn around and there's an enemy completely frozen just from Lucanis and Nev attacking the same target.
Another group of mercenaries!
We can't let them slow us down.
Under fire! Watch it!
So that was a hit in the weak spot. Proc.
Snipers!
Yeah, can't have this. Gotta get rid of them. Still have to prioritize the range targets. They're by far the most dangerous in this. We don't need any more mementos, but just for the sake of completion. And the reason I mentioned that achievement about falling off the, or jumping off of
Well, we're getting closer.
If the gods
ledge
finish
in
their
there is
dagger,
because that was
open
the
fade
only
and unleash
achievement
all
that
the blight.
you won't
Even
have
Solus was terrified of that.
by the
He
time
has
you
some
finish this
sense, at least.
playthrough. Every other achievement in the game will have gotten already by the time you finish it, if you've followed along with what I've done. So etheric fragments, or these are the flawless crystals. Etheric fragments, if you find them, make sure you leave yourself a few for the final upgrade process.
Your vision, your loyalty will be rewarded. Ghilan'nain and I must complete our task before we join you. But this magic we harvest will transform the world. And all those within it.
That's gonna hurt.
Got us at range. Watch it.
So things are working out okay so far. We're occasionally getting hit, but we're not even having to use any of our abilities yet. And I normally don't. While I get through this first part, there is going to be a part here that is going to stress my combat abilities to the max. And y'all know me, I'm not very good. So when we get to that point, that's why I'm saving up everything. Because when we get to that point, I'm going to need every single bit of it to survive, including that revival charge, probably.
March, demon!
Well, you can't miss it.
Come on, we're getting closer to where the gods are making their dagger.
Alright, so we're doing pretty well so far, but this is the easy part.
A spite demon and its host. A frost wielder to Vintertrade. There are others. Find them. Bring us what remains.
Damn. This is bad.
We have to hurry. The Anton will be looking everywhere after hearing that.
Okay, now this room is kinda sucky. Okay, so we'll see how well this goes too.
It's Harding.
Rook, hey!
Harding, are you okay?
We drew off some on Tom, but you have to hurry. More on the way.
Can you open the way out of here?
I think so. Let me look.
And we have to give her time to open this up.
The crows say otherwise.
No. And with two of them here.
On your right, watch it.
Oh, jeez, come on. All right, we're okay. Giving my hands just a break here. All right, so where are we between the two of them? He's almost dead. So let's go ahead.
How's it looking, Harding?
I need a bit more time.
Just stay with. Company on the left.
There, the doors are open. More on Tom are coming. We'll draw them off.
All right, so that was, believe it or not, by far the easier of the two sets of encounters that I'm going to have here with multiple enemies of the same type. And that was really bad for me. So I'm not holding out very much hope for the next one. So we'll see.
There are things I would have of you, Rook. Draw closer. You will learn what they are.
Elganon again.
Just more talk.
Okay. so I think I'd go down here first. I don't think this is the main way to go. And yes, I did see that chest up there. That one stays right where it is. Chest is over this way. Check around back behind here, nothing. Now we'll head up and go toward the main quest. Hey, a soap rock there.
Get clear.
We're gonna go take care of this guy.
Ugh.
Then we're gonna come
lot
back.
more blight on this side.
More on time too.
Get out of there.
Oh, come on. That landed before he got there. Come on. Okay, so now we'll head back over here. Look around and see. So that one I think we have to get from the other side. I'm going to save that healing pot for now. See if there's a way up over here. Now we'll head back down toward the quest marker. We'll pick up the heal on the way there.
Anton, the intruders remain. One has an instrument from the Dreadwolf.
So the gods know we have solicited others.
Our race gathers momentum. Power cannot be interrupted by mortals. I will send my creations to assist your hunt.
Oh no. Darkspawn!
Okay, and here you definitely want to take out the boils first. Or else they will just keep respawning enemies. That went pretty well. We'll do a little looking around. Main quest is up there. Let's not forget the other chest that we have to get from this side. This is where we came across, and we need to get out over here. Now this one time it doesn't auto run. Can't tell you how many times that's gotten me killed. Whether or not the thing continues to run when I pull myself up or not. There's that auto run again. It's not as bad as the pathing in Baldur's Gate 3 though. I'll give it that. But it's pretty bad. When you're trying to jump while you're on uneven surfaces and it's trying to pull yourself up and then it doesn't run afterwards. So now back on the main quest line, and we're going to drop a save up here. This isn't actually the spot that I'm thinking of, but we want to drop a save. I don't think this is the spot that I'm thinking of. That one was definitely all on me. Started that power attack way too far away and just landed right into his attack. Still have full momentum though, so that's good. This is not it either.
Did you see that flash of green light? That's a tear in the Fade.
A Fade tear? Don't tell me the gods are that close.
The gods might be close, but they'd be gloating if they finished their dagger. If we kill Ghilan'nain and steal that dagger, then Elganon can't unleash the Blight.
And now we've got one more thing to worry about, and can't make that. And I think I looked at this. I don't think there's any way to get, it looks like the map goes over there. Ah, maybe here it is.
I'm on it.
Yeah, this is it. It doesn't go up, or it doesn't go across up top, it goes across down here. And I think this thing goes away. Yeah. So don't try and walk back up it. So we'll just do a little searching here real quick. I know there's another note here to read. And this is all lore about Elganon and Ghilan'nain. So we'll head back up. Actually, let's go around and see if there's anything back here. Codex entry. this might be it. Like I say, there's an encounter here that's going to test everything that I have in me to survive. The boss fight is way easier than this fight.
That fade tear's blocking the way. We have to set it off. That fade tear. Getting near it feels like being ripped to shreds.
Okay, so it's
Ghilan'nain
not
must be
here.
affecting the fade here, making the tears more dangerous.
Let's proc necrotic weapons.
We're under fire.
Okay, so that actually went pretty well. Let's go searching. And we'll be heading through those doors, obviously. I think that's it. Our health is full.
Rook, more on Tom headed your way. We can't hold him off much longer.
Do what you can. Meet us inside that building ahead.
So we're going to proc necrotic weapons here.
More blight.
We've got to clear it out to get to the gods.
And again, here your main goal is to just get around and hit all of the boils. To open up
To the left. Careful. More fade tears.
Remember to keep your distance.
come on. I hate that.
Move quick.
After we seize the blight, I will craft a new dragon.
Oh, he shot me in midair. That was actually a good shot. I'll give him that.
No such thing.
And the first meal I feed it will be your
It was luck, but it was still a good shot. Like I say, don't focus on anything except knocking out the boils. Once that's done, then we can go fight. And I think that should be all of them. And we definitely want to get all of our potions back. And I think we picked up everything while we were moving around. We'll check real quick. Yep.
Got it. Everyone in.
Another Fade Tear. Oceans of magic are coursing around us because of the god's ritual.
Then we'd better find Ghilan'nain, quickly.
Wait! There are wards blocking the way out. Blood magic.
One touch could kill.
How do we get through? Ideas?
Patterns are familiar. If I can fracture the harmonics, we could get through. Maybe.
I deal with blood magic. I can stop the damage long enough to burn out the wards.
That's risky, Nev. Really risky. I can't ask you to do that.
Your way's just as dangerous. Don't like it, but one of us has to do it.
And here we go, getting to our second choice. Either Nev or Berlara. Now in this, all it means is that this party member is not going to be available to you during the last Gambit quest. Okay, so either one of them are perfectly capable of doing it. The other consideration is that whoever your love interest here is, you don't want to send them on a quest if you want to get the scene, the romance scene with them. So again, you need to plan carefully by looking through the available options before you get into the quest to make sure you know who's going to be doing what if you want to get that scene. So I'm going to send Berlara to dismantle the wards.
This is your territory, Berlara. Just go slow.
I'll be careful.
I'll keep this Fade Tear in check while you work. But with things so unpredictable, I fear anything might happen once we kill Ghilan'nain.
Solus warned me that there'd always be costs and consequences to fighting gods. But if we kill Ghilan'nain, snatch the god's dagger and escape, maybe we prove him wrong.
I dearly hope so.
And there!
Great work.
Thanks. Be careful. The gods might know we're here now.
That is a certainty.
Lara!
The Elven are a scattered people, but fret not. I shall bring your mage gently back into our fold. You can all be forgiven by embracing the wisdom of surrender. Continue, and even the dread wolf will regret what I do to his pawn.
Come on!
Elganon and Ghilan'nain are still on the island. If we move fast, we might get Balara back.
Damn it! Hold on, Belle!
The gods know we're coming, but they still need to finish their dagger.
We can divide their attention.
Good idea. Half the team comes with me on the main path. Harding and the others keep out of sight and get Lucanis to the ritual.
He kills Ghilan'nain, and then we save Balara.
All this magic, it feels like a storm.
Which means Elganon's almost completed the dagger.
Where's Ghilan'nain?
On the move. Spike can feel her hunting for us.
And hey, Em, sorry I was pretty busy there with all that combat going on. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here. Yeah, I saw the comments. Thanks for that. I really enjoyed it as well. And yes, I did find out where the Dwarven Thrower went.
We didn't come this far for nothing. Everything the gods have thrown at us, it's all because they know we can win. We'll kill Ghilan'nain, we'll get our friend back, and then...
And then Elganon. We'll hold Ghilan'nain's attention until Lucanis has a clear shot.
Good luck, Harding.
Like we said, whatever it takes.
It's all yours.
As is Ghilan'nain.
Okay, and now you start to see the other portion of this. So, Balara is now no longer available to us. Harding is leading the other team. Balara is not available to us because she has been captured, so to speak, by Elganon. Lucanis has joined the distraction team as well because he's got the dagger. He's going to be going after Ghilan'nain. So now we're left at this point. We still have 3 choices left to do. And we're now going to take Nev and Emmerich with us. Okay, and my mouse has got all twisted up here. Okay. And this is not that point either. So again, here at this point, I'm going to drop a save.
Ghilan'nain conjured this fog.
I hear dog spawn.
So again, you want to go around and make sure you're getting the bulbs.
And the third age of gods was...
Set that one up! Look behind you!
That's the most important part of this. so that worked out pretty well. I don't have, with this, now that Lucanis is gone. Okay, she has revival charges, but why is my revival charge grayed out down there? Did I die? Or did I use it somewhere? No, I didn't. Not entirely sure.
There she is!
The child of the stone.
Get around her so we... Holding!
She hears you not. Focus on completing the dagger, Algernon. I will greet our mortal guest.
Come on. Get out of those.
Nev?
Desperate.
Emmerich?
Fearful. For your transgressions, little rook, you face a god alone.
Oh, jeez, okay, alright. I didn't even have my hand on the keyboard.
You have destroyed treasures of the ages.
So for this, you don't want to do anything except go around, dodge, try and dodge all of those things, and knock out all the boils. That's all you want to do, is dodge. Knock out the boils, and when you every boil you knock out is going to take down her blight shield some more. And there still must be one on this side. Yep, that's right here. Because that brings your companions back into the fight. Oh, that was the wrong time to get stunned by that hit.
That debt will be paid with your companion's blood.
Stop attacking him. Oh, jeez. I got locked on a stupid little grunt. And all my attacks went there instead of at the boil.
Only thanks to you. Now, to the fight!
We have to find
Now it's just going around and getting...
This struggle is hopeless. Wasteful!
That was bad timing.
We've got you, Harding.
Okay, so just one more.
We'll find him.
Oh, okay. Didn't need to get hit by the ogre.
Get clear.
Oh, stop hitting the stupid... Jeez, you're killing me.
Behold your current age. Fragile, aimless, lost. We are the only beings in this world who can cleanse and tame the blight. Use it to rebuild the old glories. You've done naught but destroy them.
You and Elganon are trapped by the past, just like Solus. You had your chance, each one of you. And we don't owe you a thing.
Whatever it takes.
No! We had such plans! How could I?
Regret this.
The Fate's still ripping open!
The dagger! Rook! You must break its contact with Ghilan'nain!
Lucanis? Lucanis!
And so you have your victory. You live, and Ghilan'nain does not. Are you not proud to finally reach this moment? Or did you think you'd win the day without some painful sacrifice?
You chase a dragon out of the winter instead of the one attacking your own city.
No one's retreating.
We'll all die! Archdemon's attacking the north!
You and your friends stood against the gods. Your courage is laudable.
Solus?
But mortals cannot win this battle. I am sorry, it is what must be.
I did everything for you, Rook. You're worthless.
Varric never believed in you.
You are no leader. You were never up to it. You failed
us all.
What failure cuts your conscience now, I wonder?
Bellara, your friend is dead.
Dead and gone.
It was your fault.
Your fault.
Regret, like all emotions, is a powerful thing. It can bruise us, break us, or blind us to the truth. Regret is even strong enough to serve as the lock on a prison built to hold gods. But such a prison can hold any captive. Even you.
No!
You were never ready to make the sacrifices that leadership requires. So through our connection, I molded you into someone the prison would accept in my place.
Varric?
Your work is done.
Betrayed in the end.
What? This is... This is where we talked when I was dreaming. But I'm not dreaming. Has to be some way out of here. Just have to...
So, for this part, a cage for the gods, we just need to find our way out of here. Now, while we're doing this, we're going to find out a lot more about what's been happening and why. And that scene with Harding, if you have Davrin do it, Davrin falls into that blight chasm and Asan screeches in grief and flies in after him, and it's just heartbreaking to watch.
Find it.
Yeah, it's just it's something I honestly wasn't prepared for how intensely I was going to react to that, to seeing that happen.
A wolf statue. Of course. How did Solus get out of here?
But there's another
Solus
reason
swapped
that I
places
picked
with
Harding,
me, but
not just to avoid that.
There's more to it than that.
And we're gonna learn more about that here.
Hey, kid. Come on. Solus found a way out. Now you need to find yours.
Varric? He's not here. Of course he's not. So how do I get out? Solus said this prison was built to hold gods.
Built to hold gods. And locked with regret. He said...
I'm sorry to make you sad, but I told you the enchantments were dangerous. You chose me anyway. You picked me to die.
You're right. You're my friend, Bellara. But we had to get those wards down. I made a choice. I live with the choices I make. The successes and the failures. We all believed in what we were fighting for, what we're still fighting for. And Balara knew what it might cost.
She did, kid. We all did. Because you always chose the hard truth over the easy lie. Solus, on the other hand.
Everyone's a pawn. Allies, even friends. He'll sacrifice them without a thought. Isn't that what pawns are for?
Harding.
Whatever it takes. Your words, weren't they? And you were right. You gave so much to all of us. You reminded me that what I feel isn't who I am. That I know the world is good, and that I love the people in it. You did everything for the team. Brought us together, held us together when no one else could. And you never wavered, not once. So how could I?
Take care of the team for me. That's what Varric told me. And we were more than just a team. We were friends. But now you're gone. And the fight's not over. So I promise you this. I'm going to get out of here. Stop Elganon, stop Solus. And save the world. I'll make sure your sacrifice was worth it.
Great job, kid. Now, what about mine?
Now we're gonna learn about Varric.
That's
where it all began.
What am I gonna see there?
I think you already know.
We've got your back. If anyone can get through to him, you can.
Thanks, Rook. Whatever else he is, he's my friend. And if he won't listen to me, then he'll hear from Bianca. You need to listen!
Varric! Varric! Nev!
Rook.
No, this way!
Solus killed you. His friend. You tried to talk to him, to reason with him. When he cut you down.
Pretty sure he didn't mean to.
It doesn't matter. You're still dead.
Yeah. Sorry about that, kid.
You know, I think I knew the truth. Deep down. But I couldn't face it.
Why not?
Because it would mean admitting that I let you die.
Shit. Didn't you learn anything from this place? I made the choice. To talk to him, to try to reach him, even knowing the risks. Because he was my friend. My decision, my sacrifice. And you don't get to take that from me.
But...
Every story's got an ending. This one just came a little earlier than I planned.
I'm gonna miss you, Varric.
Gonna miss you too, kid. But you've got your own story to finish. I just know the ending's going to be killer.
What happens now? To you?
I'll disappear. Go back to just being a memory.
Right.
Hey, don't get all misty-eyed on me, okay? I had a good run, and I don't regret a second of it.
What about Solus?
You talked to Mythal. You saw the memories. Solus wants to be a hero. That's who he is, deep down. But it's easier for him to play the villain. Because that means he didn't fail. All the damage he's done, the people he's hurt, it becomes a choice. Remind him who he really is. He might just listen.
So how do I get out of here?
Listen to your team. Like you always do.
This way. It's thinner here.
Better be right.
They're waiting for you. Just take it one step at a time.
Goodbye, Varric. And thank you.
Rook! Looking forward to seeing how it turns out. I'd say good luck, but you don't need it. You already have everything you need.
There! A light!
We've got something. Get ready.
I am Elganon, first of the firstborn, last of the Evenuris. Come to reign over you with fine and gentle hand. Citizens of Minrathous, give yourself to me. Together we shall unleash magic so glorious, so limitless, that all the world will be transformed.
There's some powerful stuff there.
He seized control of the Archon's palace?
While the Magisterium was in full session, only the Venatori seem to have survived.
How were the Shadow Dragons?
Still fighting, last we heard. But Elgar'nan's blighted the city, and the Venatori magically sealed the gates. No one's getting in or out.
Even the city's alluvians went dark. We've got no way to contact the Shadow Dragons. They'd be dead already if not for Solus.
Solus?
He got to Minrathis just before the gates were sealed. He saved some civilians and killed some Venatori.
Now people are rallying behind the Dreadwolf, like he's the only one who can save them.
He'll save them from the Blight or die trying. He's not lying about that. Though I doubt anyone rallying to the Dreadwolf's banner knows that he plans to drown the world in demons once Elgar'nan is dead.
He can't hurt Elgar'nan yet. That archdemon makes him invulnerable.
Right. Solus needs to kill it first.
And once that's done, Solus goes for Elgar'nan with the dagger he took from us.
That's why we need to get to Solus first.
He's not going to be happy when he sees you've escaped from his trap.
That's his problem. He's got the dagger, and the dagger is the only thing that can kill Elgar'nan. We need to get it back.
We did attempt to create a dagger to replace the one Solus took.
Nice to look at, but it can't cut through enchantments like the real thing.
So it cannot kill Elgar'nan.
Looks real enough.
But it is not. We don't have the right weapon to take down our target, and we lost too much killing Ghilan'nain. We have no idea where Bellara is, or what Elgar'nan is doing to her.
And Harding is... she's gone.
Bellara would never forgive us if we let an elven tyrant conquer the world. And Harding always believed we should take the shot. They believed in this team. They trusted all of us. They aren't here to finish the fight. But we are. Get a message to anyone who's still out there. Tell them we're gonna stop Elgar'nan, and we need their help to do it. Then fix up your gear and take care of any unfinished business. In the morning, we take back Minrathis.
Hey, are you all right?
You know, for the first time in a while, I really am.
Look, we can handle getting word to our allies. You go take care of yourself. I'll stop by your room in a bit. Make sure you're still there.
So the important thing that we learned there is that all this time, Varric has just been a memory. He's never really been here. And it's one of those sixth sense moments, for those of you who are old enough to remember that, that movie. When you look back on it, you can tell that he was never really part of any of the conversations. No one ever acknowledged he was there or looked at him like they do when other people are speaking. It was all a figment of us dredging that up. So, and that's another reason why I chose Harding, because Varric and Harding are carryovers from Dragon Age Inquisition, and if Varric is dead, then there's a certain synergy to Harding being dead as well, and leaving the carrying on of this legacy to the new members, the new team, so to speak. So here to finish out the stream today, we're going to go have the conversations here with the remaining people. We're going to have Nev last, so let's start with Emmerich here.
Tash and I have taken over tending the plants in Harding's room. Truth be told, I'm not sure she remembered to water them very often, but they bloomed for her all the same.
She saved my life. All our lives.
All of Thadis owes Lace Harding a debt she would never have even considered.
We'll do her proud in Minrathis.
And against Elgar'nan.
Okay, so we'll pop outside now. And Balara's not here, right? She's been captured. And that was Harding's room over there. So nobody's going to be there as well. Yeah, we need to talk to Tosh. We'll talk to Tosh on the way back. Let's go talk to Davrin and Lucanis.
I keep asking myself, what if I'd been faster on Tearstone Island? I should have pushed myself harder. Would Harding still be around?
You can't know that. None of us can.
She's a hero. Without her, Lucanis would never have gotten a shot at Ghilan'nain. And Balara. If she hadn't gotten rid of those wards, we wouldn't have made it in time.
We'll get her back. Whatever we do.
Damn right we will.
And like I say, watching poor Asan shriek in despair at watching Davrin fall and then following after him, like I say, it was just... I don't want to go through that on stream.
Despite the cost, Ghilan'nain is dead. We should still count it a victory.
I knew you wouldn't miss twice. Are you okay?
I'm well, though that was no ordinary death blow. I assure you that striking down a god is not something any killer can mistake. That is worth remembering, given we still have 2 gods to destroy. Now comes the fight for those we can still save.
And hey, Dave, welcome. Sorry there was a lot going on there. Don't want to miss saying hi. Thank you for being here. Welcome to the stream again. Let's go talk to Tosh here. And remember, her and Harding were in a relationship.
She saved us. Saved me. She was so small and so strong.
I'm sorry, Tosh.
Just like my mother. I knew it was a mistake. Everyone I love dies. But what you said was right. She'd want us to finish the job. So just say the word. I'll burn down anything in our way.
Okay, and that completes the optional. Yeah, because this is the final quest line here, so we need to go talk to Nev. And this is going to be assuming that you didn't send Nev to do something. This is going to be the scene.
You came back. I waited. Finding you was a lost cause, but I'd catch myself waiting. And you came back. So, look what I know.
What can I say? You're stuck with me. Wait, I'm sorry. I was hoping that was a good thing.
The best. Now kiss me, trouble. I could stay here longer than I should.
It's okay to rest.
Can't say I'm used to it.
If you want practice, I'll help.
I thought you were gone. Minrathous is more lost than usual. Me too, if I'm honest. There's always something slipping through my fingers. All I know is, if I don't say I love you this time, I'll regret it.
I love you too.
Look, I still can't bet on after, not for sure. But I won't live like we're not getting one.
Take what you can get while you got it.
And make it count. I'll make it all count.
Are you going sweet on me, Nev Gallus?
Turns out I've got a soft side.
And now we can gather in the kitchen and start off this last section. I'm trying to think. Come what may. Okay, so here's the last Gambit. This is the final quest in the game. It takes a couple of hours to do, if I remember right. There's a pause in the middle where you meet up with your allies. Go ahead and start it off so that we can jump right into it next week, which will be our final week for this live stream.
Thank you all for coming. If we don't stop Elganon today, our world is either dead or blighted. So we keep fighting until the job is done. It's gonna be hard. There's no guarantee any of us will make it.
We're with you, Rook.
Elganon dies today.
Whatever it takes.
Strife, news?
Our scouts confirm Elganon is inside the Archon's palace. There's a giant tendril of blight tethering it to the Divine's manor in Hightown.
Then that's our goal. Breach the city walls and get to that tendril. Emmerich, can we count on Moonwatch support?
The Watchers, living and otherwise, will stand with us.
Every remaining Grey Warden will be there too.
No other crow will let you steal all the credit, Rook. We're with you.
And the Lords of Fortune will be there. For gold and glory.
The Veil Jumpers have been in this since the beginning, and will be there for the end.
Solus is our first target. Without his dagger, we can't kill Elganon.
Our scouts last spotted him working with the Shadow Dragons in the western section of Hightown.
Okay, we go in through Hightown.
How? Minrathous was built to fight off an army, even before Elganon reinforced the defenses. Every gate will be guarded.
Worse than that. Our scouts reported that the Venatori sealed all the gates with those damn warding crystals.
Can the Veil Jumpers disable them?
Venatori magic won't be a problem.
It's still likely to take time. You may need assistance or someone to protect you while you unravel the wards.
Okay, and here we go. So again, more choices. This time it lets you know exactly who the heroes of the Veilguard are. And the choices here are Nev, Balara, and Emmerich. So we're going to send Emmerich on this one.
Emmerich, I want you helping the Veil Jumpers.
Of course.
The Venatori at that gate will be commanded by a war mage. That's how they usually operate.
If we get rid of the commander, the rest of the Venatori will scatter. Can the crows cut the head off the snake?
Contract accepted.
There's gonna be a lot of guards between you and her. The lords can clear you a path.
And one of us should be there as well.
Okay, so here we have the choice of who wants to kill the Venatori commander. Now, this is Lucanis, Harding, or Nev. We're going to send Nev.
Nev, you're with the crows.
On it.
One last thing might give the crows some trouble. There's a massive construct tall enough to crush buildings. It's guarding the main gate.
A juggernaut. Giant siege constructs built to withstand the Anton, or anyone else who came calling.
We're gonna need our heaviest forces against that juggernaut. Evka?
The Grey Wardens have fought ogres and archdemons. We can handle this.
The Morn Watch will lend aid, but against something as large as this juggernaut, we'll require further assistance. Rook?
Okay, and for this, massive enemies or constructs, it's Tash, Davrin, or Harding. So now the choice comes down to who's going to be with us, basically, at this point. And we're going to send Tosh.
Tosh, you're with the Wardens.
Right.
Davrin, Lucanis, you're with me. We make a run at the gate, get inside, and find Solus. The rest of you, get to the Blight Tendril. Once we've got the dagger, we'll meet you there. And take the fight to Elghanan. I believe in this team, in all of us. So let's get it done. We go on my signal.
For a world free of the Blight!
have to move!
I love the cinematic of that.
Hard fight at the gate, but they hung in there.
And that brings us to our final save point today. So we've got a lot to do next week, but the fight is going to end next week. So watch this week throughout for a post on the community tab and on social media, linking to it for some ideas about what all of you would like to see me play in upcoming live streams. We're going to be moving the Avowed live stream to this time slot 2 weeks from now, and this one will go away, and then we'll see what y'all's input is and kind of go from there as to what we want to do. So as always, I want to say thank you to everybody who was here today. It's a really cool episode today to see as we come down to the end of this game. You can say a lot of things about BioWare, but you cannot say that they do not tell a good story, because they do, and this is just another illustration of it. And I'm glad all of you were here to see it, because as I always say, without your support, none of this would be possible. This is Commander Jorval saying, until next time, fare thee well.